This is a knight endgame, except you do not have a knight, only your friend has one. But why is Chesscape showing us this position? I just push my pawn, but you see that it's a blunder, because here you're not going to queen on the next move. It's just not gonna happen because I have an amazing move, preparing to fork you. You know that I love forks, and this is what I'm gonna do here, because if you queen, I fork, and you went from a winning position to a losing position, because this pawn endgame is totally losing for white. Nobody can stop actually this pawn to go to queen. So let's go back for a second to the position and see how we win with white. Pushing this pawn was a blunder. And sometimes in chess, you have to have a mind that is totally twisted. Sometimes chess is weird because the move that you have to play goes against all principles. I mean, the only piece that you really want to protect here and not block is actually this pawn. But the winning move for white is to actually put your king right in front of this pawn to not let him progress. I don't know about you, but it would be hard to find a move like this if I didn't study it with someone like Chesscape, for instance. Right? So you put your king in front. So now you're gonna tell me what's the point. He's coming, your friend has a trick and he's coming closer. Now you're going here. Let me give you a simple rule. When you put a king here, in diagonal basically compared to this knight, it takes 3 moves to be able to check your king. Not 2, not 1, 3 moves. So when you're playing in blitz and you don't want to get checkmated, you put your king in this exact situation compared to this knight. In diagonal. What this king did is simply basically preparing the red carpet for the pawn. Now your friend has a trick. He saw another fork and he's coming for you. You push, he comes here. So let me tell you something. If you push the pawn here, which is what a lot of people would do, especially when we don't have time at the end of the game. If you push the pawn first, you get a fork. And now be careful because you can draw or lose the game. It's up to you. He's forking you. The natural way of actually responding to this is to stay actually close to your queen, because you're thinking, if he takes, I take back. But this pawn endgame is totally losing. That's it. I'm gonna show you very quickly. He takes this pawn, and that's it. He's gonna go here or here, and this pawn is totally unstoppable. The only way to draw, because we made the mistake to actually promote, is to actually bring the king on d6. Because when he takes, now you take the pawn, and you know that the knight cannot checkmate by himself, okay, and then he's gonna go like this, you go here, he goes here, and you're gonna give up the pawns, and it's gonna be a draw. But wait, here, we made the mistake to push, and that's the reason why all this happened. But we're winning with white. I just told you that he's totally winning. And again, you're gonna do exactly the same thing. Chess is weird, I said. For the second time. The winning move here is to block the pawn again. And now tell me, honestly, if you didn't see this exercise before, how can you come up with this kind of moves? I don't know about you, I wouldn't. That's why I work chess and I train, otherwise I couldn't make it. So you have to block with the king. Now the king comes closer. Now you prepare to actually queen on the next move. He has to protect with the knight. Now you queen. He takes, you take, but there is a big difference. The king now is on b6. Before the king was on this square and he was winning because he could go and grab all the pawns, which is not the case here. Now we are winning. We are winning. Because look at this. He goes, you come after him, he takes b3, you take c5. And this is the big difference in this exercise. There is no way he can actually stop the c pawn. He's getting basically a dose of his own medicine. And you win with white this way.